How do you know that a man is for you? Back to another vlog. You guys, the dress you saw in the beginning of this video, I was supposed to like do a video where I went for the wedding and all of that stuff, but I wasn't able to film during the wedding. But I wanted to show you guys the dress. Yes guys, this is it. This dress is giving what it is supposed to give. I love it so much. And this is how the back looks. This is how the back of the dress looks. It actually has corset. Am I the only one that doesn't really like corset? But you know that if you want to be snatched in a wedding, if you want to look really good, you have to like do the corset style. Okay, you guys, this is it. Like, I was so uncomfortable during the wedding. I couldn't even breathe well, so I couldn't even film because I was not comfortable. But I love this dress. Like, the tailor did an amazing job with this dress. An amazing job. Wait, yeah. The tailor did an amazing job with this dress, you guys. I love it. Like, it is giving everything that it is supposed to give. It is giving 10 over 10 minus nothing. And I really love this ruffle stuff. But you guys, one of it actually dropped in the wedding. Can you see? It actually dropped. So it all just contributed to why I couldn't really even film in the wedding. It was it wasn't really convenient for me. Anyways, you guys, today's vlog is going to be fun. I'm going to tell you guys how I met my husband and how I knew that he was the one I was supposed to get married to. Yes, because I put up a Q&A on my community on YouTube, and I asked you guys to, tell me questions that you have always wanted to ask me, and you guys asked a lot of questions, especially how did you meet your husband and how did you know you were he was the one that you should get married to. So guys, I'm going to answer all your questions while I do my morning skincare routine. This is the soap that I use to wash my face. This is a black soap, and this is from Zusi Organic Skincare. It is a face and a body soap. It is so good. I've been using it and I love it so much. If you guys want to get a soap that would prevent pimple and that will just give you this bright face, then go and buy this, guys. I'm going to link it down in my description box. So I already washed my face, so let's dive right into this gist. Hey, let's dive right into this gist. So I'm going to answer the first question. How do you know that a man is for you, or how do you know that you should get married to a man? You guys, for me, I did not know I did not know that my husband was even going to propose to me, because we didn't even date for more than 6 months. I think he proposed to me on 6 months or 7 months. Yeah, 7 months, I think. We had not even dated for a long time and he already proposed to me. So I didn't even know, like, is this the guy I'm supposed to marry and all of that. But after he proposed, that was when everything came to me. I'm going to explain later on, Sha. A lot of us actually expect God to tell us who to marry in a certain way. Let's say, like, for me, I expected God to show me who I was going to get married to through my dreams. Like, I wanted to know him because I was already dating my husband then, and I was praying about it. And I was expecting God to show me if I was going to get married to my husband through my dream. And you know, I kept on praying about it. I'm like, God, if I go to bed tonight, God, please show me, show me if he's the one. God, please show me if he's the one. God, please show me if he's the one. Because my husband then, on our first meeting, he told me that I was going to get married to me. Like, he didn't even waste time. He just told me, I'm going to get married to you. So I'm like, God, this one that this man is telling me he wants to get married to me. I was like, God, show me through my dream. Let me just dream and see his name, bold, Christian. That I'm going to get married to Christian. Oh God, just send angel. Send angel. I did not see. And that is the point I want to make right now. A lot of guys, like my husband always used to tell me then, after our first meeting, he told me that I'm going to get married to you. And me, I was like, it's not today I've been hearing that one. I go marry you, I go marry you. You guys, when I was in 300 level, I met this guy. This guy was, he was staying abroad, and then he came back to Nigeria, and we met in Benin. Then I was still in school. And this guy, just the first week of both of us hanging out, he already told me that I'm going to get married to you. I'm going to marry you. If I don't marry you, hey, I'm going to marry you. God already showed me that I will marry you. God already showed you will marry me in 1 week. I was like, okay, no wahala, now make we dey see. That was how this guy asked me. It's not even up to 2 weeks self. He just asked me, he was like, that now that we're going to get married. I'm like, hey. He said, now that we're going to get married, like he wants to have sex with me. I'm like, shey this one, shey you smoke, abi you change your weed supplier, because I don't understand. Like, it's not even up to 2 weeks and you're already telling me that you want to marry me. And I'm like, we are not even dating. I only just went out with you and you're already trying to say one thing. I'm like, what is this one saying? And you guys, this guy had the guts to ask me. He was like, he wants me to come over to his house and he wants us to talk. And he was like, if I'm coming, I should get ready because we are going to be intimate and all of that. So I'm like, first of all, I'm not even going to anybody's house. Me, go to a guy's house that I don't even know. And you guys, we only met for 1 day. Only 1 day. And you're already telling me all these many things. I have not even seen him all that time. And he was like, I should come over to his house. And if I come over to his house, we'll talk, and we'll get intimate. I told him that, okay, me, I'm not coming to your house. So, and second of all, I can't be intimate with you. Both of us were not dating. And plus, I have not even had sex before. I have not had sex with anybody. And he was like, oh, so are you trying to say you're a virgin? I say, I never sleep with man before. Anyhow you want to interpret it, that is your business. But I have not had sex before. And this guy told me, he said, don't worry, if you come, it's only the tip. I'll just put just the tip. I will make sure that it doesn't enter. It's just the tip. Hey, Jesus, you guys. I was like, so you want to use marriage to fool me? You are not even talking about you just put just the tip. I say, this guy be like, say you don't change your supplier, abi. So that was how I canceled that one. Most guys want to come into your life through marriage, and that was what my husband, like, I never knew my husband was good. Like, he was serious when he was saying that he was going to get married to me. I didn't even know he was serious. So I'm like, see this one, you want to use marriage, hold me. It's not today. I was just saying it in my mind. But last he proposed. I'm like, hey, I was shocked. So guys, if you are a girl and have your own, like, how part of the ways for you to know who you should get married to or who you should not get married to is that, first things first, you have to have your own values. What are the things that you don't want to do, so that you'll be able to weed out the guys that are coming. If you say you don't want to have sex with any guy, maybe you are celibate or you are a virgin, you want to wait in marriage, and if a guy comes and start telling you you cannot date a girl without having sex, so just cancel him, because you know that it does not align with your values or your goals and all of that stuff. So that was how I was able to weed out all the guys, and I was kind of able to know that my husband was the one. So anyways, guys, that's it. I used 2 of my favorite toners, 2 of them, and I'm going to go in with my serum. So yeah, anyways, let me tell you guys how I met my husband proper, because that was one of the questions that I kept on getting. So guys, I actually met my husband in school. We attended the same school, University of Benin to be precise. When I met him, I was not in school yet. I think I was just writing my JAM while he was already in 300 level, I believe. And my brother then was in 400 level because he was a very close friend of my brother. So I met him and I instantly liked him because he was just calm, collected, cool guy. So I was just like, this guy is cool, and my husband is tall. And as of that same period, I watched Boys Over Flowers. If you know Boys Over Flowers, the Korean series, let me know. Let me know in the comment section. So when I watched that series, like, I was just imagining, I was so infatuated. I was like, me, I am Gumjandi, while my husband is Gujumpiu, because he was tall and he just had this look that I really liked. So in my own world, I was Gumjandi and my husband was Gujumpiu. And later on, he told me that he liked me, and I was like, in my mind, I'm like, I like you too, but you're my brother's friend, and I cannot do anything with my brother's friend. My brother is going to kill me. My brother is going to cut my neck. That was how I got admission into Uniben. I took over my brother's room. I started saying my brother's room. Like, if this is my my brother's room, my husband's room was just very close. Just very, just like 5 steps away or 6 steps away. So when my brother graduated, actually, like, okay, if I actually wanted to date my husband then, I would have dated him, because my brother was not there to tell us we should not date, all those kind of stuff. But as of that time, I wanted to focus on my study because I was just getting into 100 level. So I will not start dating a guy. So me and my husband talk. I remember one day he called me to his room. He was like, come to my room, let's gist. So when I went to his room, he told me, now you're in school, and I know that you like me, and me too, I like you. And he was like, he wants to date me and everything. And then I told him that, okay, see, even if I like you, well, see, I just enter school now, and I want focus on my study. I don't want to make anything distract me. I want pass, I want to come out first class. That was what I told him. I told him that I was not interested in a relationship, and I just wanted to focus on my education and it was like, that is one thing I like about him. Then it didn't, like, it's not those kind of people that are pushy. If you say no, okay, you say no problem. So it was not all those kind of pushy people. So if I actually wanted to date him that time, I would, because my brother graduated, he moved to Canada. He was no longer in Nigeria, safe to say he was going to catch us dating. But I just declined. I'm like, I want to focus on my education, and he was cool with it. And that was how I was in 100 level. My husband was in 400 level. Yes, I was in 100 level. My husband was in 400 level. And every day I would see him. I'm like, oh my God, my crush, my good jumpio, my good jumpio. I was start singing Almost Paradise. I'll be imagining, there's not, hey Jesus. I'll start singing Almost Paradise. You guys, I actually really liked him as of that time, but I wanted to focus on my education, so I said no. And he was already in 400 level, so even if I start dating him, I won't get to see him again after he graduated. And I just told him I'm not doing. So that's how I just blocked my mind against him. Every day I'm passing his room, because I have to like pass his room to go to school. So anytime I'm passing his room, I would just see him. I'm like, oh my God, my Hatomugi. Anyway, finally, my husband was set to graduate. I remember that day when he was about to graduate. So he started packing his stuff. He started packing. I was not like, and I went to his room. I was like, Christian, because his name is Christian. I'm like, Christian, please can you give me your rug? Please can you give me your cotton? Can you give me some of your hoodies? and all of that. So I was like, no problem. So my husband, when he was graduating, he gave me his rug, he gave me his cotton, he gave me his hoodies. Yes, he gave me like a jean jacket and 2 nice hoodies. And it was like, anytime I want to go to night class, I can wear it for night class. Like, my husband was so nice and kind to me. I remember a lot of things that when my brother graduated as of that time, he was like the only one I was close to in that hostel. He was like my elder brother. So anytime I, I'm confused about something, I always go to him. So when he was graduating, I just felt like, oh my God, I am alone right now because I have nobody to protect me in this hostel and all of that stuff. I remember, you guys, there was a time that we had a moment, like a small moment. How all those Korean people, how they kiss now, their kiss is like this. They will just say like that and they'll start playing their background song. So I remember there was a time me and my husband, I went to his room and we were just gisting and we had a moment and it was like this. And that was how I had my first kiss. You guys, so funny. That was how I had my first kiss. So my husband was my first kiss. It wasn't a deep kiss, it was just gummy lip, like, because he was the kind of person that did not want to push for anything. Like, that was part of the ways I knew that, okay, this guy, like, this guy is actually very, very good. So guys, anyways, that was how after he graduated, he gave me all those things and I put them in my room. I was so happy, but then again I was so sad because, oh my gosh, my Gujupiyu is graduating. I will not get to see him again for life. And that was how he moved to China. So I just moved to China. I'm like, I beg, this one, before I go see him again, if you reach how many years. And you guys, before I saw my husband again was until I met my husband in 2014 and we saw again in 2021. And you guys, if you watched one of my Wife Diary episodes last year, I told you guys how I wrote on my journal the kind of husband that I want to get married to. In 2020, I just got my journal. I'm going to show you guys. Let me apply this sunscreen. I got my journal and I wrote, God, this is the man. This is the type of man I want to get married to. As of that time, I did not even think about my husband because we were not talking. He's in China. Like, how are we going to communicate with each other? You get. I already moved on self. I was already dating someone else. So, but I knew that I was not going to get married to that person because of our tribal differences. And in 2020, I wrote this. This is my journal. I wrote at the back of my journal, prayer for my future husband. Prayer for my future husband. I wrote it. I also wrote prayer for my business. Then I had not even started my channel, but I just wrote all these prayers. Every day I would pray. I wrote out the qualities I wanted in a man. I wrote out everything. I think I wrote about 10. Yes, I wrote 10 qualities I wanted in a man. I'm like, God, please just bring my own husband. You know, that kind of prayer now. So 2020, because 2020 February, I wrote that prayer. I was praying. Then 2021 August, that was when my relationship of 4 years ended. 4 years plus it ended. We just decided to part ways. It's not like we had any issue, but because we knew that we would not end up together based on tribal differences and all of that stuff. So I was really, really sad. I was downcast. I went to NYSC camp. I came back, and that day I was just like, God, will I ever find a guy that would marry me again? Will I ever find a guy that I would date, that I would love like this, my ex? Because I just felt like my ex was the best person ever. I would never ever find love again. Do you understand? So I was always making that prayer. I'm like, God, like, when am I going to get married? I was just like, God, I beg you. Me, I want to get married. And that's another thing I want to tell you ladies. If you know you want to get married, there is no shame in wanting to get married. This generation now, like, we're so woke. If someone says someone is praying for marriage, people will be like, marriage that is not working, marriage these days is not good, blah 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 blah, all this kind of thing. Marriage is not for the weak. Don't allow anybody tell you that marriage is somehow. There are some people that will come on social media and say, me, I don't even want to get married. But inside their room, they are praying, they are kabashing to get married. So don't listen to anybody. You tell God your desires. So anyways, I came back from camp and I just went straight to the Blessed Sacraments. I just went to go and pray because I just had the feeling like the devil was trying to tell me like, oh, you no go find guy again, no. You no go find guy again. Even if you find a guy, you see that you want to hold yourself to marriage. There is no guy that would want to say that they will not ta, or even if they will not put tip. Hey, I was like, God, I ready to bless sacrament. I need to pray. I'm like, God, please, I'm already, because as of 2021, I think I was 25 as of 2021. So I just went to go and pray, and when I came back home, I prayed my rosary. That night, I did midnight prayer that night, like 12 a.m. I did midnight prayer. And something just told me, pick up your phone. So I picked up my phone. I was going through my WhatsApp. I was just scrolling down because as of that time, I was talking like a lot of guys were talking to me based on NYSC. Now you go for NYSC, you meet different guys, you collect your number. So a lot of guys were talking to me as of that time. So I was just scrolling through my WhatsApp and I came across this foreign number. I'm like, I clicked on the WhatsApp number and I scrolled down to read our conversations, and that was when I saw that it was my husband, like my husband now. I saw, why am I saying my husband? Like, you guys don't mind me. So that was when I saw that it was my husband and he was online. I saw online. I'm like, why is this guy online by past 12:30? So I messaged him. I was like, hey Christian, how are you? How is everything? And he was like, how are you? I said, I'm fine. No. After all our gisting, the next thing he asked me was, are you married? I felt offended by that question because I'm like, let me use my hand, come message you. You are trying to remind me that I am single. How would you just come and tell me, are you married? Like, what kind of talk is that? I was almost offended. I did not want to reply because I'm like, why is this guy, like, me and you have not chatted in a while. And there was something my husband always does. Every year he tries to call me. He always calls me. Even when I was in school, we just pick a day, he would just call me like with a foreign number. He would tell me, oh, this is Christian talking, how are you, how is everything, how is school? Like, my husband always calls me every year. And I noticed he called me in 2020 during Corona time and he asked me if I was married. I said no. Then this same 2021, he just like told me, are you married? I said, which kind of guy be this one? I told him, you asked me this question last year if I was married. I said no. I was even dating someone then. And I told him that right now I'm not even dating anybody. Like, I am single. So marriage is very, very far from me right now. I can't even get married because if I will find a guy, start getting to know the guy again, to start knowing his favorite color, his likes and dislikes, the food he did not like, I'm like, guy, before I will marry again, you go take. So he just told me, so you mean you are single? I said, I'm single. He said, no problem. Tomorrow we will talk about everything. He said he was going to bed because it was already at about 1 a.m. as of that time. So he said we're going to talk the next day. So the next day came, he messaged me, was like, why did your relationship end? I know you have been dating that guy for a long time. And I told him, oh, tribal differences. And I said, oh yeah, now no problem now. Say, me and you will go date together. I said, me and you will go date together as in how? It was not like I should come over to Asaba so me and him we can catch up. I'm like, bro, me, I'm not coming to any Asaba because as of that time, we already moved back to Nigeria. So he told me I should come to Asaba so that me and him will catch up. I told him that me, I can't come to Asaba. What of if you kidnap me or you kill me? The fact that I used to know you before does not mean that I trust you now. So he was like, no problem. He's going to come to Lagos and he wants us to see and catch up. Hey, that was how that same day he sent me his flight tickets. You guys, I started talking to him just the previous day, and the next day he sent me his flight tickets that he's coming to Lagos to see me. I'm like, hey, shey this guy is serious, I'll be waiting. That was how he came to Lagos. I went to see him. Immediately I saw him, That's Gujumpiyo and Gumjandi. Thing just came back. Hey, I was singing Almost Paradise in my head. I was like, this guy, like when I saw him, all the feelings just came back. We couldn't even, like, we're just so awkward with each other. Like, he couldn't even look at me straight in the eye. I couldn't even look at him straight in the eye. We were so shy. So he spent like 3 days in Lagos and we hung out and everything. He went back to Asaba. The day he went back to Asaba, this guy messaged me and said, I cannot wait to marry you. I'm like, Uncle, be calming down now. Are you that tip guy from 300 level? Because now so now they say start, so people will start with I want to marry you, then later you say you want to put just the tip. I say, okay. He said, I cannot wait to marry you. I said, no wahala. That's what I just told him no wahala, because I knew that this one, I knew he was not, probably was not serious. And then he kept on saying it, and I told him that even if you want to get married to me, we're not even dating. And he was like, oh, he forgot to ask me. He was like, can you be my girlfriend? I was like, yes, I would not mind being your girlfriend, because already all the feelings from 2014, everything came back, boom. I'm like, I'm going to date you. I don't have any problem with it. You guys, that was how me and my husband started dating. January came, he invited me to Asaba. This time around, I had to ask my parents, I had to ask my mom and my dad, I'm dating this guy, and he asked me to come to Asaba. And my parents were like, do I trust him? I was like, actually I trust him, because from old times he has always been straightforward, cool guy, so I don't think he's going to harm me. And plus he was a very close friend of my brother even as of that time. So I came to Asaba, we met, we saw, like, it was just really, really cool. So every day I would pray to God, I'm like, God, is this my future husband? Because everything is just happening so fast. God, is this my husband? And I'll pray. I did not see anything. I'll pray. I did not see anything. January came, February came, March came. That was how he kept on saying he was going to get married to me. I'm going to get married to you. I'm going to get married to you. I just want to put 1 or 2 things together. I'm going to marry you. I'm going to marry you. I was like, oh yeah, Nami will they see. That was how he proposed to me. After 7 months of dating, like when I was done with my NYSC, he was like, okay, I come to Asaba. He paid for my flights. I came to Asaba and we went out for dinner, and when we got back to the hotel room, I saw balloon everywhere. That was how he proposed to me after 7 months. And that was when, because I actually traveled with this book. I traveled to Asaba with this book. I actually even know, I don't even go to the place where I wrote the prayer. I only just, use this book to prepare for my content. And that same day he proposed to me, I was just, going through this book, and I went to the back of this book and I saw the prayer point I made. Prayer for my future husband. That was when I remembered I wrote this prayer. And when I read everything that I wanted in a man, that was everything that my husband was. If you are waiting for God to come to you in the dream, or send Angel Gabriel, or send Angel Michael, or send Virgin Mary to come and appear to you that this person is your husband, so the only thing I will tell you is that the same way God has been revealing things to you before, it might just be the same way that He's going to reveal your future husband to you. So guys, that is my story. That is how I got engaged. A few months later, I got married. Like play. Everything just happened. You know how Pastor Jerry will say, 10 years in one day. Everything just happened. 2021, August, September, I was single. 2022 December, I was already getting married. It happened so fast. I wasn't expecting it at all. I wanted to talk more on this topic, but I can see that I've been talking for a long time, and I don't want this video to be overly long, so I'm just going to stop here. Okay, so guys, this is my morning skincare routine. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Alright guys, I'm going to see you later on, okay? Bye.